We now have video of Christen Miller making his commitment. Let's go ahead and throw it to this four-star defensive lineman.
I'm gonna cut the small talk. I'll be taking my talents to the University of. I'm staying home, baby. Let's go! Let's go! Hey, go Dogs, baby! Go Dogs! Ooh. Yes, sir!
Cooper, there it is. Finally, Georgia gets a quality player on the defensive line. Certainly a group that's been hurting for good defensive line talent for a while. I wish he would have pulled out the Bulldog. That's kind of my favorite tradition on Saturday when the UGA guys actually pull out the Bulldog puppy. But that's a major area of need for Georgia. They've been hurting there.
Yeah, 6'3", 290 pounds. We got to see him in San Antonio at the All-American game. He didn't play. He was kind of a light participant there in San Antonio, but you like him. He's got a great personality, really engaging kid when you meet him. But he was bigger than I thought. I think that was kind of the biggest thing with him. But excellent, very explosive interior player from Cedar Grove who's going to be able to sit and develop at Georgia. I think that is really kind of their formula. Kirby Smart has done a tremendous job building depth on the defensive side of the ball and really on the defensive line. So the rich get richer, especially in Georgia. He was a big need and a big target for a lot of programs. We talked about Miami as well, who obviously needs to add some size on the defensive line. But it's a big gift for Georgia, and these are the type of things that winning programs do. Keep key players like this in state.
That was Kirby Smart's mission. That was really the sole complaint about Mark Richt when they made that change was, hey, we need to lock down the state of Georgia, and he has absolutely done that. Georgia, not right of first refusal, but darn close to anybody they want in that state, thanks to Kirby Smart's recruiting operation there. Let's go ahead and take a look at Georgia's class here as well, as our graphic shows Christen Miller, almost a top 100 national rank, 14th at his position. And the value of going to these all-star games, right? We do rankings adjustments late in the process after being able to see these guys in person. And even amongst the 4 stars and the 5 stars, certain dudes do just pop as different when they're playing against other elite athletes.
Yeah, I think and one example of that is Mykel Williams. You talked about a guy that shot up late in the rankings process for us, ends up getting in firmly into the top 10, and that was a guy that we loved in San Antonio. Got to see him work out. He was the alpha, not only on a couple days throughout the weeks and individual drills, team drills, 7-on-7 run. This was a guy that was a force throughout the week. Marvin Jones, another guy as an edge, 6'4", 3/4, 253 pounds. He had a really good week as well. A really good pass rusher who has the luxury now of not having to play early, but is going to sit behind a guy like Nolan Smith. So that's where that depth comes into play. We talk about the transfer portal, but you talk about guys, and Tyrann Mathieu mentioned this about his disdain for the transfer portal. He got to sit behind Pat Pete, Morris Claiborne, guys like that he got to learn from, that obviously helped him in his progression, in his development as a player. So I think Georgia building it the right way, and then obviously with top-tier caliber talent as well.
Georgia currently sitting at the number 3 class nationally, also number 3 in the SEC. We'll discuss that a little bit more in a minute, but also they're reloading at cornerback with Dalen Everett and Jaheim Singletary. Yeah,
Julian Humphrey as well. You can't forget him. They flip him from the Gators. Jaheim Singletary, very position versatile player, can play corner, can play safety, the deep hash, can play on the line of scrimmage, kind of that star position that they like there with Latavius Brini, who's now at Arkansas, but guys that they can move around. Dalen Everett, another guy who's physically ready to contribute at the next level. They played some young guys in the secondary with Keely Ringo as well. So Georgia, I think for them, it's not just the defensive line. They've done a tremendous job at every level of the defense, first, second, third, and Jalen Walker right there in the middle at the linebacker position as well, another guy who's a 5-star in the top 32 for us.
Georgia is not going anywhere as a program. They keep loading up on just absolute freaks, much faster than they should be for their size. And speaking of another really talented guy, we have Andrew Paul coming up with his commitment on the other side.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.